might be helpful to you as industry experts. But first I'd like to thank the mobile growth team for having us here today. It's certainly an honor to be part of such an awesome organization like this. And a little bit about YouAppi. It's a mobile growth platform that has morphed and evolved into a 360-degree growth marketing platform. So I'm sure most of you are thinking, what does that mean? Well, a mobile growth platform, one that's 360 degrees, covers not only user acquisition, but dormant users. How do you re-engage users that you may not be working with anymore? How do you offer video branding to connect with those same users? How do you offer rewarded video to connect with gaming audiences? How do you protect against fraud, the dirty 5-letter word that I'm sure you're all combating all the time? And then how do you offer creative services to allow you to better connect with your audience? Oh, sorry. So that is YouAppi. And turn this off? I'm sorry. Perfect. I just don't know how to change the slides, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, okay. So, apologies. So the growth marketing platform became very successful. YouAppi became a big company overnight, a profitable company, and very quickly we learned that mobile video was on fire. And it was here to stay, and it was only going to get bigger and better. So we hired an independent third-party research company. They built a panel, and we started to ask them questions. They're all your peers, folks from all the biggest companies. And the first question we asked them is, in your opinion, are best practices different on mobile video than traditional desktop? Obviously, I think most of you would agree that they are. But what I was surprised about was this is not 100%. 6% actually are still sending video files from desktop to folks like me to have it work on mobile video. That blows my mind. I can tell you just 2 days ago I got another file and people want us to make magic happen from these assets that just aren't formatted for mobile. And for those of you that are trying to build an effective mobile video strategy, think about it in this way. When you go onto your Chase bank account, I have Chase, online, I could probably apply for a refinance on my mortgage, consolidate credit cards, etc. But when I go on my mobile device, I fingerprint sign in, I can basically check my balances on my checking and savings, maybe transfer some funds, and that's it. So less is more. And that same approach has to be taken when you're building video advertising strategies. Mobile video has to be short, sweet, and concise, and you're dealing with a consumer with a limited amount of bandwidth. So maybe 30 seconds for you to engage, you have to get their attention, it has to be effective. So then we next asked the audience, or the panelists, what were some of the challenges? And at the top, obviously, was creative, but what I thought was also interesting was finding properties to effectively deliver that video on for their audience. So if you think about these two together, you send, let's say, Giel at YouAppi, an MP4 file, from online, and you want me to make magic happen, but you want me to run across 20 different partners. Obviously, that video is not going to respond well with certain audiences, so you have to be aggressive and you have to put an effort towards building multiple creatives for multiple channels and A/B testing each of those channels. We're in a day and age where transparency is available to you. You know what sources you're running them on. So take the time up front, build creatives to go on each of those channels, A/B test, and if you don't have the resources, hire someone. And if you don't, or have the budget to hire someone, work with a company like YouAppi or one of the other companies, have them offer the creative support. They do it, most of them do it for free, we do it for free, and we're happy to help you if you have questions. Next question is, well, all right, so you have your video strategy down, you have your partners, and what are those partners, where do you run them? So surprisingly enough, half of them are only running on five or less channel partners. I'm sure you can guess that first one, Facebook. Everyone uses Facebook, of course, it's a great channel. But what I was surprised about is outside of Facebook, in-app advertising in other apps is number 2, outperforming YouTube. So going back to my original point, Number 2 channel to deliver advertising is through a bunch of different apps. And we're building one video creative and pushing it out and expecting magic to happen. So it's clearly broken. And I would encourage you to take the time and really invest in the creative strategy. The next question we asked the panelists was, how are you tracking this and how's it going? So we got back all this information. Most of these things are familiar to you, but when I look at this, and I've been in mobile for a long time, I'm like, whoa, this is like KPI overload. And I think one thing we can learn from this is simplify, optimize your KPI strategy. Don't get KPI crazy. And you're talking to a guy who built a platform who has unlimited KPIs. Some of our partners have 5 KPIs. What I'm telling you is figure out what's important to you. I don't sit on the brand side, but I would think really important KPI would be return on ad spend. Every dollar I put in, I get X dollars back. As long as that's profitable, I'm happy. Don't overcomplicate your KPI and optimize it. So we have all these KPIs, and then we ask them, well, how's it doing? Are you happy with your success of your KPIs? And almost half of them were not. So again, to my point, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You can do fewer things better. Have fewer KPIs and do them better. But aside from all of this, the market remains bullish. Everyone's excited about video. The growth is exciting. The future's exciting. The only other thing I would caution you about when building a video strategy is keep it short. You don't want to send a 1-minute video and try and have someone like me make magic happen. You need to keep it like 15 seconds or less. I would even say a bit shorter, and definitely never over 30 seconds. In summary, mobile advertising is very, very big opportunity. 155 billion by next year. Video continues to be the golden child, and I think just to summarize in a few takeaways, keep it simple. Measure your KPI, content. Create the right content for each of your app publishing partners, each of your channels. Create multiple creatives, A/B test against those creatives. If you don't have it in-house, hire outside or work with a partner like us to do it for free. And keep it short and sweet, just like this. Enjoy lunch.